Coming up, it's a series that Philly leads 88 wins to New York's 86. But they have dominated since 2008. The Eagles have defeated the Giants 21 times. And they go for number 22 next.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room and ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. The numbers for Sanders last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions. And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From just shy of midfield, Jones Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Jones, throw pulled in by Gronkowski. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
To throw again on second down. Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And the Giants are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Wide open, Gronkowski. Touchdown, Giants. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. Quez Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, We just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter and continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time?
They were really good on the last drive. And this is Shepard on the catch. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And they can't bring him down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. He shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. So we've reached half due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
But now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter,
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. Here's Jamie Gillen. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Jones looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, it's Sanders, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end.
Bring it!
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. On the sneak, it's Hurts, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just got to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Another run with Sanders. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back him up 5. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
To throw on second down, Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one.